as you can see here, there's a bowl. And bowls require a different kind of pumping as well, even though it's kind of similar, but I'll try to explain. Usually when I drop in, you drop in on a corner because it's kind of like a power boost, and it kind of gives you a really quick burst of energy or speed. And so that's why I like to start on the corner, like right about here. It's like this pocket, and then you pump it, and right about every bowl turn, you try to hit the slope like at an angle. I don't know what angle that is. It's like 90 degrees. But it maintains my speed right here. And then the sidewalls, you just kind of ride. And you wait until the corner to pump. Because if you pump at the wrong time, you'll slow down. You gotta find the pockets and hit them just right, which is right about, try to ride the wall and get about right there. And what that does is it sets you up, whoop, it sets you up to go a lot faster and maintains your speed.
And then again, you notice the way Rob is using his arms to pump through those trainings. He was using his upper body to gain momentum and to maintain that momentum. So that's another important factor, is keep that upper body working. Even though you're not physically using your upper body to propel you, if you don't use your upper body properly, you're actually going to go slower. You're going to work against itself. So it's just a matter of flowing and being one with the wood. As cliche as that may sound, you got to find where it's at and be with it.
And once you get going, it's a lot of fun. It's almost like you're surfing, even though I've never surfed, but I would imagine that this is what it sort of feels like, hitting waves.
And keep those eyes looking ahead.
Yeah, you want to keep looking ahead. Also, you have to keep them looking ahead to see if someone else is going to drop in that's not paying attention. Because when you're at a crowded skate park, you never know when that random rollerblader or skateboarder or biker is going to drop in, and running into any one of those is not nice. Okay. All right, so we got dropping in, we got rolling to the other side and maintaining your speed on the transition. And now we're going to do the stall, which leads into the backside. Learning how to stall first is really good before you learn how to slide, because you're learning how to hold and maintain your body weight on the edge of the ramp while you're grinding.
And backside stall is one of those tricks, or one of those things you need to do, because it's like a setup. A lot of times you'll drop into something, stall backside, drop in, and then you do your trick. So it's just one of those things that it's fundamentally, you got to do it, and then as soon as you learn how to do the backside stall, you can backside slide, you can grind that. So that's basically what we're going to show you now, is the backside stall, which actually leads into the backside grind. So let's go ahead and try a couple. Cut.
So, like we said before, we first want to stall before we grind, and in order to do the stall, you basically have to turn your whole body 180 degrees. Now, sometimes you can be scared to do that because on the edge, you know, you're looking down at the ramp and it's really high depending on the quarter pipe you're on. So one trick that I would do is go up to the ramp with a little more speed than you need to stall, enough to get you on top of the deck of the ramp, and turn 180 degrees that way and roll backwards, or just get to the flat deck 180 degrees, just to get yourself used to the motion of turning 180 degrees, because that's basically what a stall is. And a lot of the times for any grind you're doing, that's the movement. That's the movement. So I'm going to do that right now to show you.
So
whoop. So obviously, if you have more space back here, it's a little easier. But basically, you want to let the ramp also do all the work, because the ramp goes all the way to the coping, as you can see. And you don't want to do any work that you don't have to. So you want to try and ride the ramp as far as you can up to the coping. And if you get enough speed, if you pump enough and get enough speed, it'll put you right up there to where you don't have to work really at all. I mean, all you got to do is focus on turning around. And then once you turn around, then you drop right back in the ramp. and then I'll show you that basic backside stall right now. I'm gonna want to get enough speed to get to the edge of the ramp, and then drop back in. Now, on the backside stall, in order to get back in, you kind of want to also make sure that when you get to the top, that you're leaning out a bit, because if you lean too much back, you're not going to be able to drop back in, or you're not even going to be able to stay on the coping itself. So it's kind of tricky at first, because it's kind of like a balancing act. You gotta test both sides. Maybe leaning in too much, or maybe you're not doing that. You got to lean back more, or it's pretty tricky in the beginning. You got to feel it out as you go there. But you definitely want enough speed to get to the coping to let the ramp do most of the work. See, it just brought me right to the railing. I let the ramp do all the work. And that's basically when skating coping on a ramp, it's basically what it comes down to, is letting the ramp do the work, being able to use the ramps to their fullest potential, so you don't have to use all of your energy to have fun at the skate park.
Now, if you notice the angle at which Rob went up to do that, he went straight up and straight back down, and that's going to give you a stall. But if you go at it at a bit of an angle, you carry some of that momentum through your shoulders, you're doing a backside grind just like that. So you use the same exact fundamental things that Rob just showed you, but you approach the ramp at a slightly different angle. Lean your body weight into your upper body, and you're sliding. So let's go ahead and let's give that a shot. Let's do the backside grind.
Same as before, I'm going to maintain speed, but this time carve a little bit. Whoa, and that sends me sliding.
And again, when he came down, he was looking ahead and seeing where he was going next.
Because you really want to pay attention to what's happening before and after. Especially nowadays, the skate park being as popular as it is, there's going to be a lot of people at the skate park. There's going to be a lot of rollerbladers, there's going to be a lot of bikers, skateboarders, even scooters. So you got to watch out for those people, because running into a bike or just running into anybody, it sucks, and it'll kill your whole session, and maybe
could really hurt somebody.
And you could really hurt somebody. So I'm going to do this again. You're going to probably want to be there. Or actually, you're fine right there. I'm going to show you another backside again, just and explain it a little bit. Just getting enough speed, finding the ramp, letting it take me all the way, and then dropping back in. Make sure to be aware of where your hands are. Like I said before, I focus a lot on my arms and my hands, and I don't think enough people do. Just think that your legs and your feet are going to do it, but use your arms. Use your arms to give you speed. Use your arms for balance.
Use your arms to pull you up when you're jumping. And that's going to be the next thing we get into, is doing airs, and how your upper body plays a major role into catching air. Well, let's try these grinds a few more times, and then we'll move on to that.